And today my group members Cindy, Liseth, and Eliza. We will all be talking about, is there a pink tax on feminine hygiene products? Today we're here to prove to you that there is a pink tax on feminine hygiene products. After hearing this statement, you probably have a few questions like, what is the pink tax? Where did this term come from? And how does it affect females? Well, let's talk about it. The term pink tax is a somewhat new phrase from the 21st century that describes women being charged more for products than men are for similar and identical products. Although this is a newer phrase, gender-based pricing has been a concern for many, many decades. For decades, companies have marketed hygienic products much higher for women than compared to male products, even though some of these products have been less expensive to make and less expensive to produce. Women have been seen as less than men, inferior, weak, and have been given different treatments for being capable of having children. This is what's known as the motherhood penalty. You're probably wondering, well, what does this mean? Well, let's give an example of a woman interviewer and a male interviewer both applying for the same job. They have the same credentials, the same amount of schooling, the same degree, the same everything. And that employer may be more implied to hire on the male employee simply because he's a male and simply because the female candidate has a uterus, which means that she may have children in the near future. And if she chooses to have children, that means that employer has to pay out maternity leave. So because of that, they may choose that male candidate over the female candidate, which is what is known as the motherhood penalty. Women have faced gender discrimination forever. This is nothing new, whether that be in the workplace, product pricing, in government, and within our society. So to hear that women are being charged more on hygienic products than men for the same or similar products, it may not be alarming to some of you, as gender discrimination is nothing new. Women are stigmatized and have always been stigmatized as shoppers. This is one of the reasons that companies have taken advantage of their ability to overprice products made specifically for women. This is known as the pink tax. The term pink tax first originated when a study produced by the CAOR found that in more than 5 major cities, over 64% of stores were charging women more to dry and wash their clothing than compared to men. After the study popularized, California decided to pass a statewide Gender Tax Repeal Act. So, what is this act? Basically, what this act means is that they made it illegal for any retailers or anybody to charge a male or a female a different price for a same or similar product. But just because this is now illegal doesn't mean that people are no longer committing this crime. Drugs are illegal, but people still continue to sell and use them. A New York pink tax study proved that women pay, on average, for common hygiene products 13% more than men a year. Oh, and don't forget that women, on average, statistically earn less than men. So women are earning less and paying more. Women pay an average of about $2,381 more than men per year for the same goods and services. It has been stated that all of this can add up to about $188,000 in pink tax throughout a woman's life. Today we will discuss the key concepts behind the pink tax on feminine hygiene products, as well as multiple reasons proving that there is a pink tax.
Is there a pink tax on feminine hygiene products? We support that there is a pink tax on feminine hygiene products. Feminine hygiene products are not limited to the ones we see on the slide. Tampons, pads, panty liners, and menstrual cups are only a few of the products that females need for daily hygiene. Here are some key concepts. Prior to taking this class, I had no idea what a pink tax was. Realistically, I feel like we've been socialized to just accept this tax without even knowing of such a thing. So what is the pink tax? The pink tax refers to the tendency of products marketed specifically towards females to be more expensive than those marketed towards men. Gender discrimination. People who are treated unequally due to their gender. Female. An individual who's identified as female sex at birth with DNA and female biological parts. Gender branding, imbuing a product with a masculine or feminine image. Tax, a mandatory payment or charge collected by the local, state, or government services, goods, and activities. So when we talk about gender discrimination, we have to keep in mind of our trans community. What happens to the trans community who's transitioning from male to female? Are they aware of this tax? Is this something that's going to make an impact in their life? Since with gender discrimination, we also deal with gender pay gap. Gender branding usually is a form to make products geared for women look more aesthetic than they are for men. For example, bigger labels, brighter fonts, flowers, girly colors, versus men products are more on the darker colors, a little more hard. What are women's hygienic products? Items that are used during females' menstrual periods, such as tampons, pads, panty liners, period underwear, Midol, which is a pain medication, and menstrual cups. Our hygienic products are not limited to these products I just mentioned, though. These are just our menstrual products. In the next slide, I will talk about hygienic products that I did not cover in this slide. Examples of hygienic products. The obvious, menstrual and sanitary products. After birth care, nipple ointment, breast pads, undergarments for postnatal care. These products do not include all the other products that females need if they decide to nurse their baby or if they have any type of complication after birth. Perfumes. Perfumes are targeted for women with a lot more selection than there is for men. I know that when we visit the mall, Macy's per se, it all kind of seems the same, but if you pay close attention, men have one center counter versus females have multiple counters with multiple perfumes, and they're also targeted at a higher price point. These are some of the perfumes that we all know: Chanel, Dior, Burberry, Victoria's Secret. Vitamins for vaginal health: Neuro Probiotics, Hum Probiotics, Lemipur gummies. This is not to mention the vaginal douches that we see in the store that is marketed for women but not advised by physicians. And bodily care: soap, deodorant, lotion, hair care. There's a lot of stuff missing here from bodily care, like razors, skincare, makeup. There are other alternatives to these products that we can be using in order to make this more gender neutral, especially because most people need soap, deodorant, lotion, and hair care.
Reason overview. Our debate question is there a pink tax on feminine hygiene products? We support this side of the argument because we feel as if it's important to recognize the discrimination and injustice that females face every single day when it comes to the price difference we pay compared to men on feminine hygiene products. There are people who, till this day, still believe females are not treated differently than males, even with all the data collected, all the journals, books, and all the concrete evidence that proves there is a pink tax on women's hygiene products. It is important to us as a group entirely of females to prove that there is a pink tax on women's hygiene products because we are the victims of this crime. Reason number 1. Menstrual and sanitary products have their own tax in 30 states. The sales taxes range from 4% to 7% in Indiana, Mississippi, and Tennessee. The average American female will have 450 periods and pay between $100 and $225 in tampon taxes over her lifetime. The government said that cutting the diaper and tampon tax in California would eliminate $55 million in revenue from the more than $200 billion budget. In New York, there would be a $14 million reduction in revenue annually. Part 2 of menstrual and sanitary products have their own tax in 30 states. They don't want to take away the tax because then the states would lose money no matter how much it is affecting females. The tampon tax is as high as 20% in 10 member countries. For example, in states like Alabama and Texas, you can go get a Snickers bar from a vending machine tax-free, but when females need to pay for a tampon or a pad for a routine bodily function that often causes pain, discomfort, and prohibits many of us from attending work or school, these items are not considered necessities of life, and therefore females are taxed because of it. 30 out of 50 states still have a tax on tampons and other essential feminine hygiene products. Reason number 2. Pink tax on females hygiene products. There is a pink tax on female hygiene products because some manufacturers have shown to raise prices on female products because of price sensitivity and how females are more likely to spend more money on products than a man will just because of looks or the color of it. For example, Amazon's vitamins for men and females are completely different from the prices, such as the Centrum 50 Plus for men is $16.20 compared to females, which is $22.56. Females' deodorant was 8.9% more expensive than men's just because of the look, the color, and how it's more appealing to us females, and because it tends to smell better. Females usually pay more for hygienic products like deodorant, hair care, body care, and wipes, while men tend to pay more for beard care, for example, oils, shampoo, conditioner, shave prep, beard balm, moisturizer, cream, gels, electric shavers, and shaving cream. They tend to pay more for that because their beard needs a lot of care compared to females, where we like to take care of our hair and body and so forth.
Our third point is there is a pink tax on female hygienic products because manufacturers wrongly claim that female products cost more to make than male products. Higher import taxes on females' versions of goods are in turn passed on to wholesalers, then retailers, and finally imposed upon women consumers. Here is a breakdown of personal care products that have a higher price mark towards females compared to males. The total pink tax percentage is at 12.69%. Razor cartridges are at 24.75%. Deodorant is at 12.62%. Shaving cream is at 9.74%. Razors are at 9.0%. Hair care products are at 4.94%. Body wash is at 3.95%. And lotion is at 1.12%. Many states tax feminine products as luxury items. 22 states have a pink tax. For example, in Indiana, Mississippi, Tennessee, and 5 of the states from the U.S., Alaska, Montana, Oregon, New Hampshire, and Delaware. Next. Here's an overview of what the U.S. states look like based on where the pink tax exists. Keep in mind, sales tax policies vary tremendously among the states. Some states do not tax any sales. Some states offer a tax rebate for period products. Some states have a lower tax rate, and some states have passed bills to exempt period products like other basic necessities, such as grocery shopping. Next. Our fourth point is the pink tax affects all females because we have no choice to not buy female hygienic products. Even if we wanted to, we cannot opt out to purchase these products. It is a natural process that every female goes through. It is the additional expense of existing in a body assigned female at birth. There are certain gender-neutral products that females can purchase. However, some may not have the same benefits as a female product. For example, females use hair products to make their hair look stronger, shinier, smoother, basically healthy looking, while men's hair products focus on simply looking clean. Next. Based on our research, we concluded that pink tax is a real tax on products specifically made for females. It is a gender-specific pricing that results in higher costs for products that are essential for women, like hygienic products, being taxed as a luxury item. This causes a significant financial impact for females. The pink tax has become something that we have accepted as a society, since we cannot go without hygienic products made specifically to use during the menstrual cycle, pre- and postnatal products. This all contributes to the reproductive care and cultural expectation around personal maintenance. Not only do females have needs for specific products, but the gender stigmas have also made everyday hygienic products that females need more expensive for no reason, other than to make the products aesthetically pleasing to the eye. Manufacturers also argue females' products are more costly because of the ingredients that are used in female products. However, we did find that men have luxurious ingredients added to their products with no additional cost. A handful of state and local governments have regulations to prohibit gender price discrimination. The U.S. federal government does not, though bills have been introduced.